Hello and welcome back to the Garage Series. We're back in Redmond. My name is Jeremy Chapman.
And I'm Krzypow.
So we are no longer in New Orleans. We're actually back in Redmond and back in the garage itself. And we have a great show in store for people that have the question, should I buy the new Office in the traditional way or should I buy the subscription Office 365 way?
And if you wondered about the main differences in Office over the past decade, stay tuned.
Right, but before we get started, let's have a look at today's trivia question.
True or false? With Office 365 ProPlus, you do not get a full version of the Office desktop applications.
Stay tuned for the answer at the end of the show. So Tal, we're almost 365 days after the release of the new Office.
Yeah, and with the new Office, we introduced it in two new flavors, or actually the traditional one, which means that you can get Office by simply paying one-time fee and get this box to install only on one PC. Or you can actually subscribe to Office.
Right, so that brings up a good point. Why indeed are we here? Why is the subscription fundamentally different? Let's take a look. So if you think about that, the older PC model where you've got the one copy of Office that's kind of linked to your laptop or your desktop PC, that services that one device, kind of lives and dies with the device. But if we think about having more devices like a lot of people have now, you might have that work machine or that home computer, the laptop, but you might also have a home computer, a desktop. We've got an all-in-one there. I might actually have a phone, so I want to have some kind of productivity experiences on my phone as well. And I might even have a tablet where I want to have Office across all those different devices, and I just want to pay one time because I'm the same user across all of them.
But it's not just about booming devices, it's also about changing the way that people communicate today.
Right, so people ask a lot, well, can I just keep using my Office 2003 and bless their hearts if they've got the older versions? Yes, you can, but if you think about all the different trends in terms of impacting how we communicate, we've got things like social with Facebook, Yammer, various ways that we communicate differently now, say versus 2003. Chat that we do quite a bit now. Of course, there's always email and telephony support that we'll have, whether it's via link or Skype. We need to add functionality to really match the way that people work and communicate. Now, the nice thing is across all your devices and all these different ways that you talk and communicate with others, we can link all of that together essentially by using the band of cloud services. So Office 365 then basically takes all of these, links then your data, your preferences and all those things across your laptop, your desktop, your phone, and your tablet. So that's really why we're here. So one of the great additional benefits that you get through Office 365 is the ability to get really rapid new features and a lot of great new functionality across all your different devices.
But I'm sure that there is still a lot of confusion around the differences between these versions.
Right, so I always hear I get the full version of Office if I install 2013 in the traditional way on my laptop or desktop, but it's not quite the full version if I get a subscription. Is that right?
Well, with a subscription, you get the full Office. There's no question about it, all the client applications that you expect to get. But maybe the best way to figure out this confusion and understand which version is best for you is to look back at the passing year and understand which version got what. And we'll tally the points for you.
Right. So in fall 2012, we did a lot of things in terms of finalizing Office for commercial enterprises. So while there wasn't a ton of fanfare for the average consumer, businesses with volume licensing could get Office Professional Plus or Office Standard 2013.
But we're not telling the points here because these are not benefits for you. These are just announcements. But the winter certainly heated up things with the commercial availability and a tons of benefits. So consumer availability was January 29th. And with that, we essentially, for the first time, offered Office as a subscription to consumers. One of the immediate benefits is the ability to install Office on not one PC, like the traditional Office, but rather 5 PCs and Macs.
So really, any device that you use, you can have a great Office experience on it.
And for most households, that covers pretty much all of it.
Exactly.
But it's not just about getting Office on all the devices that you need. It's also offering you distinct benefits like 60 minutes of monthly calling on Skype, as well as 20 additional gigabytes on SkyDrive for you to store your documents and enjoy the advantage of everything is stored in the cloud and can roam between your devices.
Right, that really makes all of that come to life in terms of what we talked about with all the different devices, the new ways that you communicate. So In addition to that, the roaming settings really let you move from device to device and have a seamless experience, whether you're on your PC or your desktop at home or maybe your tablet. So beyond that though, one of my favorite features, we did a whole season on this, and we actually even had a guy jump out of an airplane to see if he could install Office during the 90 seconds of free fall, is Click to Run. So Click to Run, I've got an asterisk there because in the traditional way that I buy it at home, I'll be able to use Click to Run on a normal desktop PC with 2013. But in the enterprise environment, I'll be using a Windows installer based package, which has a few disadvantages in terms of things like running side by side and being able to trial Office very easily. So that kind of coincides with the commercial availability, and this is really a feature that I would say goes with the cloud version of Office in that context.
So far we've got 5 for the subscription and 0 for the traditional Office, but let's see what happened in the spring.
Right, so we look at spring 2013, a lot of great news there as well. We actually introduced a bunch of new functionality within Lync, so you can have more functions across various mobile device types, not just Windows, but the iPad, Android phones, iPhone, and then also Windows Phone and Windows devices as well. And we introduced VoIP calling, so you can actually make calls over your Wi-Fi network on those devices. Pretty cool stuff.
Let's see where that goes. That actually goes both sides.
So you can use that with Exchange on premises as well. And we also did apps to get to your SkyDrive information across your iOS devices, so important there. And also anything about just ongoing cadence of updates and all the great new functionality we can bring, we updated our web experiences for our Office clients as well. But that's something that you can take advantage of in both realms. Now the important one that I have to mention, this is something that people have wanted for a really long time, Office Mobile on the iPhone. So this is something that really gives Office experiences to a device. A lot of people have iPhones, and really gives you Word, PowerPoint, and Excel functionality to do viewing and light editing, comments, sharing, all from your phone. So super exciting stuff. But when we think about how that accrues, that's just something that you get as an Office 365 subscriber.
So far we're at 9-2 in favor of the subscription. And while the iPhone is certainly, having Office on the iPhone is a major attraction for many of our customers, iPhone is not the only other platform out there that our users are interested in. Many are interested in Android, and that's exactly what we delivered in the beginning of the summer.
Right, so kind of along the mantra of productivity on any device, all the devices that you care about, we also had Office Mobile for Android, giving you the same kind of functionality that you had on a Windows phone, for example, on an Android phone, and with iOS also being supported with iPhone, you basically have great Office experiences across all these device types.
And to be clear, these are Word, Excel, and PowerPoint on your Android and iPhone for our subscribers.
Right, and that's exclusive for 365. We also did updates for OneNote, more love on the Android side in terms of giving more functionality there. And importantly, one of the things that we've done in terms of Outlook and being able to get to OA email experiences on an iPad and an iPhone, with full fidelity, we released OA for those two different iOS device types. So this gives you basically all of the Exchange Active Sync functionality to give you all of the services that you would expect on a rich client on the iPad and iPhone, with a great touch layout in terms of being able to interact with your email, your calendar, and your contacts.
But this last one is reserved for our subscribers too.
Right, so that's another 365 benefit. So when you think about, again, when all of these things tallied up, now we're almost into the current time frame. And all the stuff that we've done around Office 365, whether or not it's the full version or not, you can really decide which version is right for you. We've done a lot of work that really accrues to this Office 365 model.
So we concluded with 12.3, and I think that no one should have any doubt out there what version is best for them.
Right, but there's some more features that are super important on the IT Pro side, my favorite audience, that we've done in terms of really making that experience much better as well. And a lot of those accrue to identity. So we've done a lot of work around directory synchronization. So now instead of synchronizing an entire forest in your AD, you can synchronize just a small part of that, an organizational unit or OU. We've also introduced password hash sync, which basically allows you to get a single sign-on experience very quickly and easily. And for customers that were looking at things like ADFS or Active Directory Federation services, we've introduced the Office 365 adapter to allow you to get all of those services running in Windows Azure, so you don't have to build on-premises physical infrastructure and hardware to get single sign-on working there. But my favorite feature really is around click to run and really how the clients install. And this was a pivotal release in terms of Office 365, giving benefits to commercial organizations that are trying to test Office for any rollout that they're doing. Click to run lets you run side by side an older version of Office alongside the new version of Office, both in full fidelity. But a lot of people wonder if there's a scale model to that, if I can do that, a mass deployment of click to run. So we decided to put that to the test in Madrid, Spain when we were on location. So let's see how that turned out. So we're here in Madrid, Spain at the Torres Bermejas, and I want to do a race. I want to see if I can get Office installed faster than the MSI on not just one, but 13 different machines. And here I've got 5 machines that already have Office 2003 installed. I've got 4 that have Office 2007 installed, and I've got 4 that have Office 2010 installed. But more importantly, I want to show a feature called side by side, where I can run the new Office alongside the older version. But today we're going to do this Flamenco style. So as we start the demonstration, let's look back at the older versions of Office. And we'll start with Office 2003. Now this release was very powerful for its day. Still very stable. But now it's a bit slower. But at the time it might have been seen as proprietary, maybe difficult to work with. And right now, it's nearly out of support. Moving on to Office 2007. We went to more standards-based file formats at XML. It was a very proud and ambitious release. This release really signified the ribbon. The UI, the ribbon itself, was really the basis for all of the subsequent Office releases, as well as Windows. So moving on to Office 2010. Really had all the upsides of all of its predecessors. This release was really about speed. Performance. And refinement. And also providing more control, not only for end users, but also for IT. Office 365 ProPlus. Now this version really is about being connected to the user. Being more collaborative.
see, it works with older versions of Office. It's a faster and fluid and more modern design. Built for touch. Also, the minimal design makes the content itself come to the forefront. So there you have it. Office 365 ProPlus was able to install on 13 machines in a fraction of the time as the Office 2010 MSI. And it was able to run side by side with all of the older versions. Salut.
Salut.
That was a spectacular performance.
Yes, on the Garage, we love to do abstract art.
So what was the answer to today's trivia question?
True or false? With Office 365 Pro Plus, you do not get a full version of the Office desktop applications.
Of course, the answer was false. You do get the full versions of Office, not only the web apps, but the full versions of Office with 365.
And they're fully installed on the PC, no need to be online constantly to actually use Office.
Right, so if you had the question with the show whether or not you should be buying the traditional version of Office versus 365, hopefully we've answered that today. Of course, all of this information and more can be found on Microsoft.com/garage. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.